another day, I might say something, but how I feel, I don't want you left.
Morning. Welcome. Is it too loud? I think it's fine. It's a bit loud for me, I think. I will turn it down for me and turn it up again for you. So they should be fine, I hope. If something is not to your liking, just let me know. Welcome to part 2 of Thor. So I started this one yesterday in a quite spontaneous stream, and this again is a quite spontaneous stream. I was thinking I have to finish it anyway. Why not do it on stream? So welcome. I'm very happy to have you here. If you like what you're seeing, click the like button, so perhaps YouTube is inclined to show it to more people. I would very much appreciate that. Hey Shakira. Perfect. Thank you for confirming that it seems to be okay. So where will you continue today? Probably in the hair department, unfortunately. I think we will start actually with a little bit more fun stuff. The really dark black stone pencil that I love so much. I have to be quite slow in sharpening it though, because it breaks so easily, like this. You see. So I have never really sharpened it to a real pointy end. I've never managed to. I normally just sharpen it until I have something like this, a reasonable sharp edge that I can work with, because it's really just so easy to break. So last time we ended where you see it right now. The left eye I'm totally not happy with. His right eye, from our perspective, the left eye, it does have the wrong shape, but there's not much I can do anymore because it is already I have already darkened it to a point where I will not be able to erase it anymore, and I do not have a white pen or something to erase it by tinting over it. But well, we don't need that. We can just continue by darkening it a little bit, because I think that's always an interesting part. That's the part I love very much, to get some more contrast in there, even if it is sometimes unrealistic contrast, not contrast that you see in the original. Like you see, he has his piercing blue eyes, which are light if you translate them normally into black and white. And I have to see if I keep them that light. I'm already overdoing the contrast with the rings, the iris rings, however they are called, if they are even called something special. I already overdo it a little bit with that contrast, just to let them pop more, because in color they pop very easily because of blue. Black and white, you have sometimes to trick a little bit to get it more exciting. And I don't know if you I think I can see. Let me get a little bit closer. I really love this pen, because it just, as you can see in other areas here, the regular one, you have a little bit of a sheen because of the lead, and with this very black one, it is so matte, it just eats all the light. It's just not reflecting at all. It's an amazing pencil that I really love to use, and that is really bringing in the great contrast that makes it real fun. So I'm just using it to get some accents, some more exciting areas, some contrast in between the eyelashes, on top as well as bottom. I did a tutorial. I released it a couple of days ago. Funny enough, I mentioned how important eyelashes are and that you should not forget them. And while I said that, I forgot to implement the lower eyelashes because I was so preoccupied with saying the right stuff that I did not exactly do the right stuff. I did not edit that out because I found that quite funny. Okay, let's continue with the nostrils. They will too need a little bit more contrast. And from time to time you hear the downside of this pen is that it makes noises. It is quite a character. So I think as he is blonde, I will for now not use this one for the beard. There will probably be some areas later on where we will set some accents with that really dark one to get a bit more three-dimensionality into the beard. We will definitely use it on the hair because there are very dark areas there that will need that contrast. But I do not want to commit to that right now because that could become quite dark. Thank you very much for the thumbs ups. Very much appreciated. Hey Vitani, welcome. Nice seeing you here. That is a weird noise for a pencil. I totally agree. I should start with the not so dark one for the beard. Yeah, it is. It sounds quite like chalk on a chalkboard, you know, this very terrible noise. It is probably because it is much more, from the feeling when you draw with it, it is much more like chalk or coal than it is with lead. It feels completely different, and I think it's just that consistency that makes it more noisy or something. So, who has ever seen any video of mine, even in the one where I draw women, I normally mention that I hate beards and hair in general. It's not my forte, but you cannot get better if you don't practice. So if Chris Hemsworth thinks he needs a beard, we'll draw him a beard. We don't want him coming later and complain, do we? So if you're new to the channel, I am using, or the main product on my channel is the time-lapse videos I make out of the streams. So if you want to see finished portraits, you see some of them in the lower right corner of your screen. You can find them on this very channel. So, how are you guys? What are you doing on the other side of the world? So this I'm totally unhappy with. I have no idea how to really get this so that I don't loathe it. I probably just need to be more careful with my strokes, but have more of them, because if you only have this handful of strokes, it might be more realistic in terms of number of beard hair, but it just looks so as if you ran out of enthusiasm to even try. So I have to fill it up a little bit. Thing is, if I keep it this light, I cannot really shade it, and I think there is kind of a shadow here that I have to put in. But I should probably try and continue first with giving the bit more and therefore easier part of the beard, bit more shaded, bit more dense part of the beard. I think it will help us to decide what to do. Will help us in deciding what to do with the rest of the beard. This won't probably be the longest of streams. We were pretty far the last time already. I would probably estimate that we will be pretty far in half an hour. Probably 45-minute stream still from now. Could be wrong, we will see. I think we will nearly finish it in this stream. I am a pretty quick sketcher. My pretty rough style allows for that. I think down here there are a couple of places where I will very gladly use my Blackstone pencil. Oh, I did not even. I am very sorry. Trying to stop Cricket from attacking the charger cord while I'm watching this. Yeah, you told me he is quite fond of cables, isn't he? That's not a very good life prolonging attitude to have, I fear. Same here with Doug. So you have one of the brothers, Vitani, right there, right now. Ha! So Vitani is trying to steal Doug. I have been thinking if I get a kitten, I will have a kitten cam. So, and I would expect if you start streaming at any point in time, Shakira, you will have to have a kitten cam. Okay, I do not like the beard very much. It is, for now, acceptable. But I think I want to bring in now finally the hair because to give me a little bit more of context. Also in terms of shading, how dark we will go and stuff like that. So, let's see. We have already a bit of an outline here. I will try to discern a little bit between the straggler hairs that go, that break up the clear shape of the head, and so I do not make it too big. You know, if I don't want to have him in a space afro or something like that. They seem to like her more than you, and it's very annoying. Yeah, check what Grace says goes. He doesn't sit still long enough to be on camera. Well, you can always give him a power cord that is not connected to anything that he can play with, you know. So, but I totally get that. That's very annoying if an animal is or seems to take more towards somebody else than oneself. That is always a fear one has when you get a new animal, right? Might like the other family members more. It's always a danger. Okay, so hair. I have procrastinated long enough. We need to. Well, I hate to draw long hair, and that's one of the reasons why I chose the short hair picture. But this funky hair thingy here is a bit of a challenge. And I now have to finally consider how I will solve it. I guess I would try to show it by... I could talk in full sentences more. I guess I should try to show it by the line work, the direction of the hair that I draw. And I cannot do much more than that, truth be told. The hair looks much too long though now. Although I have to say it would be quite not... What's the English word? The German one is inconsequent. But inconsequent is not the right translation, I think. It would not send the right message if you would always forbid him to play with power chords and then get him to play with power chords so you can keep him on camera. So it would probably send the wrong message and be bad parenting. So I would probably not listen to me in that regard. But if that all doesn't work, there's still duct tape. Duct tape always works. She didn't do it, Vitali. Sorry. How do you... I'm definitely not saying that right. Vitani? So... She would only be a bad parent if she would listen to me. So I'm a bit annoyed by this white area here that I have not shaded. I have to leave most of it white anyway, but a little bit we can do, just a little bit, just a little bit. Citation from a TV series that you probably are already too young to have seen. Bit sad. Here's a butterfly that is on a wire and spins. That sounds like a good TV program. That could work. So I'm trying right now to already get a little bit definition in this strange formation that he has in his hair by putting contrast around those areas. But I don't think this pencil will be enough for that. We will have to change to the other one eventually anyway. So let's continue for now. So we have, yeah, this is the area. We will have a lot of dark here. I don't have to overdo it in terms of lighter colors there. We will blacken out a lot of it anyway. I could do a series, how do Marvel superheroes look if they were bald? That would help me tremendously in terms of not having to draw hair. So hair for me is always a little bit of a... I'm lucky or I'm not lucky that in the end it somehow fits and looks fine. I'm getting better, but it's, again, with a lot of what I'm doing is quite instinct based more than technique based. And I'm getting instinctually better. It's not like I say, oh, I found out that this or that or whatever. Yeah, I hope that it was not a real life butterfly that you would give him to eat. So I was assuming that it is a toy, I have to say. I also do not follow my regular formula right now in terms of hair. But you have to try new stuff, right? Especially normally you take the hair and sectionize it, if that is a word. You make a section, different sections out of the hair, and then you start filling in, so you do not have the daunting task to always consider the complete mop of hair. There is not a lot of things you can sectionize in this hair though, because it's very wild. As always, not really happy with it. Does the head look a little bit small? Do I have the hair too small? I'm not sure. I feel like I have the shape correctly, more or less, but I'm not sure if it is too small. Well, I can always expand it by adding on it. Let's continue with this for now. Could be that it just looks smaller because it's very light yet. Oh, your dog is eating real life butterflies? That's evil. So I probably do not have to go into too much detail here in terms of light pencil, and can switch pretty quickly to the dark one because although he is blonde. The lighting and everything makes the hair pretty dark, and we need it also as a source of contrast. So just a bit here, not too much, because this part is quite light, but we still need a little bit of different darkness for three-dimensionality. But here we can get a bit darker. Will probably sound like a broken record, but if you want to see completed pictures, I have a lot of time lapses already on my channel for your viewing pleasure, and this one will also be probably I'm aiming for Monday, so that I will have a time lapse Monday. Probably again, if I manage with a little faked interview with Thor. After all, in my Loki episode, Thor joined our D&D group, so we have to find out what he has to say about that, right? This will take a little bit longer than I anticipated, the hair part. But good for me if I manage to be patient enough to actually do it. It's not very usual for me, so. Don't worry, she also eats birds and bees too. Bees are very nutrition rich for dogs, aren't they? Not the best thing to do, but what can you do with a outside dog, right? You cannot keep them away from it. We have 2 cats, and we have 1 cat now. You know that. Well, anyway, they only became in this house outside cats. They were both 14, so they weren't really used to being outside, but they also never started hunting. They loved watching birds and running, and so, but they never really got us mice or birds or anything back to the house, at least. We don't know if they killed something, but they never bring it back, at least. So either they don't like us enough to present us with their spoils, or they don't do it, or they are just not good enough because they didn't never really learn. We don't know. She chases them. Okay, she don't eats them. That's something. She's not allowed to eat bees. Yeah, I hope so. But the question is if she listens. You know how swans can be quite aggressive I was in a center parks. It's where you can do vacations. I think it's European. I don't think there are international center parks. It's just vacation villages. I think you probably know something like that. And I was sitting there at a lake, and there was a grandma, and she was really trying to coax her kids, her grandkids, I suppose, to go and play and try to pet those swans. And I was just thinking, lady, you have to know that they can really bite, and they really can be quite bad injuries that they cause. You have to know that. How can you? And those boys, they were both pretty scared of it, and she really tried to get them. No, don't worry, they are harmless. Go pet him. I don't know if she wanted to get a good. TikTok wasn't a thing back then, so I don't think she wanted to get a good TikTok video. Would have been funny though. I know that comment is a bit evil, but I would have loved to see the grandma scream and not understanding why that animal attacked her poor, encroaching. No, I'm happy the boys instinctively knew that it was a bad idea, so it's good that they did not get hurt. You never know. Yeah, exactly. The kids had the sense that she didn't. I don't know. If that would have been my kids and my mother, and I would have noticed that, I would probably not have been able to let them ever be alone with her anymore. Because I would not trust her decisions anymore. So it's starting to develop. I'm thinking about how far to go with this pencil before I start to go in with a real dark one. It's not like I cannot go back, so it's not really a do or die decision I have to take. So I probably should just, for funsies, change to the darker one for a while. Well, let me continue a little bit. Hello, lady. Lady. Hey. Trying to coax the fat cat, but I think she is not interested. Or are you? She's very talkative. Come on. There she is. I don't think you can see her. I cannot lift her. You can see her. I think you can see her tail. Isn't that a nice gray tail? You probably can hear her. But I cannot lift her. Not because she's so fat. Yes, she is. But she's also very aggressive. So I could lift her, but then she would be gone and she would be very unhappy. Sometimes she just climbs on the desk anyway. So perhaps... Oh, I could... Wait. Once she has decided to lay down, I can quickly look. There she is. Ha! Cat cam. Yeah. Yeah. Don't eat me. She's really quite aggressive, actually. She has become less aggressive since she's an only cat. Yeah, you have, right. Can you hear her? She's quite talkative. So I have to be a bit careful because she likes to hit. If you do a wrong movement around her. It's not her fault. She's a bit damaged. That's alright, right? Yeah. We love you. We love you. We love you. You little aggressive fat cat. Yeah. Okay, so I'm a bit lower now because I have to sit back with my chair a little bit. So the fat cat has some space on my lap. She is very loud with purring. I did not expect you to hear the purring though, but if you do, if it annoys in some way, let me know. She's very purry. That's not a word, but I just invented it. Is that a word? I don't know. She's a very purry cat, and she's very talkative. She answers. She's one of those cats you can really speak to, right? What? Lady? Möchtest du nicht? Perhaps she only speaks German. Was ist los, Mas? Hunger? If I ask her if she's hungry, of course she answers. She could miss something. So, okay. But we were drawing, I think. If I remember correctly. I think I will change now to the dark one. Her tail looks like a lemur tail. Yeah. Somewhat. And her tail is very important to watch to understand when she will start to attack. The good thing is she's not an evil cat. So normally if you don't... Right now I'm not looking at her and she wouldn't attack that way normally. So you can be relaxed around her. It's not like you have always to be careful. But she's still a very crazy cat. And now you also hear my pen again. It is complaining. This cat always annoys me. No, she's not my cat. So we are two cats and my cat just died. So lady here, she relaxed. Her full name is Milady de Winter. Quite fitting name for the little cute cat. And she's not exactly my cat, and I am a bit frustrated that she opened up this much now that my cat is gone. Like she's enjoying being... I know that she's enjoying being the only cat. We had her separated from the other cat for some time before Stella, which is gone before she became my cat. They were separated for a while, and we already saw that Lady really prefers to be an only cat. This is terrible. Do you enjoy the sound of my pencil? It is suffering. I'm making it suffer. This cat can annoy very much because she is a bit aggressive. She's very decisive in what she wants and when she wants it. But she's also very demanding. And because she's this talkative, she can be really annoying. She can be really annoying. If she wants to cuddle, if she wants you to cuddle her, she wants you to lay down so she can just lie next to you, she will let you know and she won't stop letting you know. So I'm really very surprised that she did not bomb a lot more of my streams already. You can see my little Stella that is gone actually, if you want to, in 2 of my videos. Technically 3 of my videos, but it is copied content. Oh, more of my videos. The intermission video where I just had some animal clips in there, all my animals, or ex-animals. Or I have her acting in the Evan and in the Caitlyn video. And she has a guest star. I don't remember which one, actually. I think it was a non-portrait video where she was also... I think it was the one of the few color ones I have with the cherry. So, I'm not happy. I never am, but I'm also not in this case. I think I have just to put in some of the really dark places. I apologize if some things are right now moving, if the camera is moving, making you dizzy. I have to get a little bit darkness in here, and because it fits my style, I have to do it a bit more quickly because it randomizes it a little bit, and that fits my style and is fast and is fun. So it looks very dark, but it looks very dark in the picture. I overdid it a little bit. Yeah, but what can you do, right, lady? What do you think? Lady? That was silent. You have to put more energy in it. Okay, so what do you think, lady? I think we will put in more she almost hit me. Okay, so we need a little bit more contrast in the beard now to get it on a similar level with the hair, because I overdid it a little bit there now. Got a bit over enthusiastic and distracted by the cat that is eating my nose now. So we have to put a little bit more contrast and have to be careful that it doesn't look too patchy, you know. As long as I'm working on the beard, I can put it like this because she is from time to time. I see her. No, the other cat was the queen. She's the queen cat and you are her slave. No, Stella was the queen. We was also a story we designed around our cats. They sometimes left for the cat meetings. And the other one was elected cat at one point. And she will be cat queen even in death. Long live the queen. So, Stella was the queen. Thank you very much. Yeah, I actually do not hate the hair. Do we hate the hair? No. But we don't love it either. If you see her like that, you would never think that she is such an aggressive little lady. Yeah. Okay, so enough aggressive cat lady. So she is she's really fat. You have seen pictures of her on the Discord, I think. She is really fat. She lost weight, but she is really fat. But she is really beautiful. She is a really beautiful cat. She has a really beautiful face. Beautiful color. Gray is always the best. Beautiful markings. She is a really beautiful cat. Probably a bitch because she knows it. You have the Grinch's eyes, Vitaly says. Vitani, I'm sorry. Vitani. I say Vitani because I have the feeling that it should be probably closest to the truth. What have I done? That is nothing to play with. Cat, you're ruining everything. You are distracting me so much right now. So much that I have even to mention it in... No, it's not... I shouldn't teach her. That's what we were talking about. Being a bad parent, because enticing them to do stuff they should normally not do. What? Okay, so this is becoming a cat stream right now. Very sorry for that, especially since I have to do a lot of edits for the time-lapse to remove the times I changed the camera perspective for the cat, because you will get quite sick if I keep that in the time-lapse. Yeah, for dirty eye. Yeah, I did not get it there. Okay, so dirty cat eye done. I don't want to do that much anymore. Can you please let me finish the painting, lady? It would help me very much. I don't want to do too much anymore. I perhaps would do some last minute touch-ups before I release the video. But not even necessarily that. I always have a very distinct feeling of being done at some point. I don't know really if I'm done with the picture or if the picture is done with me at that point. But either way. Cannot forget this little patch of hair. And again, we'll opt for some contrast lines, which are darker than they are in the picture, but as we do not include a background, they will help a little bit with making it a bit more exciting. She's holding me again, you don't see it, but she's holding me, and there is at least one claw out there. I'm getting a bit... but she just seems to like to hold my hand right now. She is strangely relaxing since the other cat is gone. As I said, I'm a bit annoyed by that, but on the other side, it's nice that she's more self-confident and relaxed. To see her happier. Right. I have headphones on and I do not hear her purring, so if it gets annoying, you guys have to tell me. Just increasing a little bit the contrast here so that it does look like he actually has a chin. Because I'm afraid it did not look like that before. Now it should be better. A little bit of shading here. There is a little bit of a rough patch of skin here that I will not include, because if I would try to, it would probably look like a rash. And we don't want that. Yeah, the ear needs a bit more of a darker contrast. This is not dark enough. Okay. Did I scare you, lady? So have I... This drawing looks more like Thor than the picture does. Not going to lie, thank you very much. Like he Thor or like a Thor? I get the feeling that this one has somehow a little bit in common with my Loki picture, with this not bad, because they are somewhat related, at least. But I mean style-wise, it looks like my style is going into a specific direction. I'm not sure I really like it. Oh well. Okay, but I think other than that, bring in a little bit more shading here. bit of a shame. She has her head, laid her head down on the table, more or less. Shame you cannot really see that more. But okay, this is it for today, I would say. Thor just with short hair. Yes, you have not seen the relevant movie yet. I think the ear is a little bit small, and I'm not sure that this area here is. It looks a little bit like a wrong perspective. I'm not sure. Let me do the manual zoom. You can see a little bit of the details. I have to be careful not to stab my cat in the eye here. Vorsicht. So, okay, I'm getting a little bit distracted. So, actually surprised there are more people here to see your amazing art. Well, I do not really advertise it yet, so if anybody is new here, I would be very appreciative of a subscription, of course. And thanks for everyone for watching. Completed, yeah, don't eat it. I'm a bit distracted. Completed videos you can see on my channel, time lapses. This one will be time lapsed also in the near future, probably release on Monday. That's what I'm aiming for. Less cat than in the stream. I think she wants her own stream anyway. A spin-off stream. So, and yeah, that's it. I will probably stream again next week on Tuesday around the same time. We'll be glad to have you if you want to. Thank you very much, Vitani. Thank you, Chuck, for being here. Thanks everyone else. And I think we're done. See you next time. And goodbye.